Good evening, all. I am Arushi Sharma, Youth Ambassador from GCTC, and I am here to welcome you all to today's GCTC Yuva Manthan. We have with us Fazil Khan, who is a socio-political analyst in Kashmir. तो सर हम आपसे जानना चाहेंगे आपके बारे में और आप अपने बारे में हमें कुछ बताएं.
Yeah, good evening to all of the panelists who are right now here. My name is Khan Fazil, as you people know it already. I belong to Kashmir itself. I'm from downtown Srinagar, Kashmir, from Ranawari itself. I have completed my graduation back in 2013 itself. From then and now, I was basically active in politics and social politics, you can say. I fought ULB elections in 2018 itself. Unfortunately, I lost because life is all about winnings and losses. So, having an interaction with youth altogether, you can say it. It was like a kind of, I can say, a platform for me, where I can see I have met that section of the society, that youth of the society. Their mindset was totally different altogether when it comes to our country. I had met that people as well. They were wholly and solely saying like, we are Kashmiris first. We don't know whether we are Indians or not. So I have met those people of the society as well, and life has given me like altogether a different story to share. Living in Kashmir and that too from a downtown, you have to go through thousand storms and miles. When you fought elections, you have been tagged as Indian agent, you have been tagged as raw agent, you have been tagged as BJP man, a BJP guy, whatsoever. Although I belong to a very middle class family in downtown itself, my father is a pharmaceutical, my mom is a housewife, and I was into this. It was like a spark inside me. Let me do something for the society. Let me do something for my youth who are struggling every then and there, be that jobs, be that their career, be that anything, whichsoever they ever think that they can start up their career with. Because in Kashmir itself, there is a problem. If you belong to a family, you have a financial backup, you have a backup, you belong to a political family, you are not a political captive itself. So people whosoever you meet there in Kashmir or maybe outside Kashmir as well, you have given that kind of an VVIP treatment, I can say, which is basically a kind of evil itself. Same like we talk about every time corruption. Corruption is like cancer. Same is the case in Kashmir as well. Our 100% out of 100%, I can say 87% of youth, they belong to a very poor section of the society. Whenever they try to do something good, they have been neglected. There is a reason behind that. Either they don't have the financial backup, or else they want to do something in reality, but people like our political leaders, our social activists, or maybe I can say the bureaucrats as well, they're not giving them the chance to come in front because they have one thing in their mind. Youth is basically the future, be that Kashmir, be that India, be that any other country. Youth will decide the future. Youth will decide the tremendous achievements of every country whatsoever, because we are living in sixth gen itself. And unfortunately, when it comes to Kashmir, our so-called politicians, our so-called corrupt bureaucrats, they have messed up the life of youth. Whereas as a youth I'm talking about, apart from me, nobody in Kashmir, like they never felt we have any other option apart from gun. They thought that gun is the thing that we can make our future with, but absolutely wrong. I have met more than 10,000, 20,000 people from last 1 year till now. All belongs to a very conservative families. There is only one thing in their mind whenever I try to speak with them. There is only one thing they kept repeatedly asking me. That is, you are in this political process from last 3 years or 4 years. What did you achieve from it? It is basically the mindset our past political regime has basically developed. Because a person who was running an auto rickshaw, who was a cab driver, all of a sudden he is basically a developer, or he is basically a property holder of worth crores. So the youth is in a shackle, what to do, what not to do. I mean, from how, which is the source of income they're getting this money from. I hope you understand. This is basically a matter of concern, not only our government. I cannot blame every time government, because government is doing very well. We have to take initiative. But when it comes to our people who have served the state of UT of J&K from last 70 years, they are not giving youngsters chance to come in front.
Yes, sir. So, sir, how difficult was it for you to work in the social political arena? Like you said, as you said that you come from a middle class background. So, how
Mhm.
difficult was it for you to, get into the political arena?
I'll tell you one thing honestly. It was like a person who is basically a cancer patient and fighting for his life. It was same thing for me because I was targetized like 4 times. I get life threats come out from this. We live in Kashmir. What are you doing? You're a BJP man. You are an Indian. You have accepted the Constitution of India when I fought elections itself. So, but whenever a person has determination towards his country, towards his people, because I was never afraid of death, because life and death is in the hands of Almighty. So I worked, I took my initiative. I am still on my steps. I'm not looking backwards. My vision is very clear. But when you talk about the people, the youth of Jammu and Kashmir, they have the thing in the mind. Our country has ditched us from last 70 years. What next? What next? If I try to convince them on some part, so I get only one answer. You exist nowhere. You are just basically a tissue which will be used for time being and you will be thrown out. So I cannot help it. I'm trying to convince them every day in and every day out. But the problem is, you don't have to fight with the corruption only. You have to fight with the cancer. I mean to say, rumor mongering is the basic part in Kashmir, which is basically destroying the mindset and I can say the career of the Kashmiri youth itself. So it's normal for me, but yeah, when it comes to me, if the moment I came into the social political activism, it was like fighting for myself, as I was myself feeling that I'm a cancer patient and I have to fight for my life.
Yes, sir. So, sir, how would you describe, like, what is the relationship between the youth of Kashmir and the bureaucracy and the government there?
To be very honest, if I have to rate it out, there is no point I can rate it out because there are people who are doing, I mean to say, tremendous job. One of them is my friend as well. I hope you know him. His name is Tausif Rana. He's doing a wonderful, tremendous job. But the thing is, basically, youth wants to change. You know what? Youth is power. Uh, I'll say you something out of here. It might sound a nightmare to the people who are sitting on the big chairs in the cozy rooms while having their AC and having a fantastic five-star lunch out there, or maybe dinner as well. I'll tell you something out of here. The main problem within the society or within our government, that is only one thing. I mean, every time repeatedly we have to see old wine in new bottles, old wine in new bottles, especially when it comes to UT of J&K. Our UT of J&K is basically a hub of research center. If it would be in my hands, I will renew the name, I will rename the name to Kashmir. I'll put it as a hub of research centers for the epidemic, for the pure center of our country, because like youth wants something different, youth wants change. Youth never asked for the job, they never asked we want money, because youth has a vision. Youth is basically in a situation, we are in a sixth gen. Youth has, they have many ideas they can implement on, but our government is helping them. But at the same time, what a government can do when your corrupt bureaucrats are not giving chances apart from their families to be into the process. So till the time our bureaucracy is not up to date, our government is not within the youth or with the youth, nothing is going to change. And trust me, youth of J&K is onto the toes. They are waiting for a tremendous change to happen so that they can see their future growing. I believe that you have read about the JK Bank JK Bank scam. What next? Nothing happened. All of a sudden, people are working. If you think an eighth pass out can be the branch manager of J&K Bank, can't you think that the graduate and MBA student and MPhil student can be the professor for a university? How does it make difference? We are ourselves confused, and our government needs to take an initiative. If our government every time kept on saying, I am appreciating the work of the center government itself, but the thing is, sometimes government cannot help you everywhere. It's us which we need to take initiative. If we will not take the initiative, for sure, we are heading towards, we are living in a fool's paradise.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. I totally agree with what you say that the youth wants change, and so it leads to my next question: that what, like on a personal level, what was your inspiration? What was your what drove you to become an activist? You know, what drove you to become a social political activist in Kashmir?
I'll tell you one thing. There was a spark inside me the moment. I hope you know that person, a very famous ex-CM of Jammu and Kashmir, Mr. Omar Abdullah itself. I was basically doing a research, although I was trying to write a book on Kashmir as well, but somehow I was very busy with my work itself. You know what? In Kashmir, it's basically, if you have a political background, whether you are a political activist or not, you will be tagged as a politician. First thing. Second thing, what is the difference between us and the people like Farooq Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti? If their children, if their sons, if their daughters can come into the mainstream, why not us? I know I don't have any baggage on my back. I cannot be tagged as corrupt. I cannot be tagged as dual standards. I was never into the power. Neither I was like greedy for power. All I want to do is, I want to do something like which can basically the youth of Jammu Kashmir can feel that something better is going for our future. It is not like you are saying something in the air and you are doing something back, a different side of it. It is basically a very clear crystal thing. I want to basically, we as a youth want to make a mechanism where corruption, double standard people going against the country while showing them we are with you by their hearts and their minds are somewhere staying in Pakistan itself, I must say. I am absolutely against them because I am an Indian by my choice, by my birth. If somebody is tagging me as an Indian agent, trust me, I will wear it as a badge of honor and a badge of dignity because I have lived here. My birth of place is India itself. So I am happy to say that I am an proud Indian. So what next? If you are staying in a power, I'm sorry to say that. I believe people will know whom I'm talking about. Showing the green flags onto the roads of Jammu and Kashmir, and while talking in assembly, you show that we are an Indians. I'm sorry, time has changed, our country has changed. This is new India, and we need to accept the reality. That's it.
Yes, sir. Sir, leading on to my next question, like,
Mhm.
what has it been like growing up in Jammu and Kashmir, and becoming a leader? Like, what influence have you had in your community and people around you? Like, many must have been inspired by you. Like, since he has gone, like, people are being inspired by people in their community going into politics and all. So how do you think that your work, and how was it like growing up in Jammu and Kashmir, and how have you impacted your community?
I must say a very short description on it. I'll say you something very crystal clear. Before JK was not UT itself, before the
Mm-hmm.
abrogation of Article 370 on 5th of August itself, I run from pillar to post. I knocked the door of every single second administrator out there, whosoever was in a power at that point of time. They never help me because they know this person is doing something. He is basically not hiding the spades. He's talking in front, whosoever is involved in corruption or whosoever is not doing anything for the betterment of youth. So they never took me for granted. They kept eye on me, and they have put several damage onto me as well. Still, there are two sides of the coin. You can never spin the coin if it has only one side. So the moment I fought elections in 2018 itself, there were people in my society like very upset with me. You have ruined the name of our society. Why did you contest the election and all? But Alhamdulillah, within the time, your actions speak louder than your words. And my actions has speak, my work has speak, and like the people who are saying bad onto my back, these are the people who are standing in my rows right now. And that is what I need. I need a dramatic change. We need a demographical change. We need a change which is inevitable. We need a change which people can see, not by the expressions. We need a change onto the reality, onto the ground itself. So people, you trust me on this. Nobody can put your hopes down. If somebody is continuously speaking against you, take it like as a badge of honor, because till the time people will not go against you, you are standing nowhere. Trust me on this. The moment people will start saying against you, that is the time, that is your time when you rise and shine, and people will be definitely with you one day for sure. Everything is a time. Everything needs time to grow up. Uh, I must say I'm a kind of kid in politics because there are very much big looters and the corrupt politicians sting out there who are after my life as well. I'm not afraid because, as I said earlier, the decisions of life and death has been already decided on my birth. Absolutely, I'm okay. If I get killed, there are thousands of people getting killed in Kashmir itself. Be that militants, be that any whosoever that is. I'm happy with the work of center government, and I can say one thing: BJP has given the time. BJP has given that, I can say, that pace, that passage to the youth of Jammu and Kashmir to come in front, and I'm appreciating that support BJP itself. I'm not in neither in favor of BJP nor against any party. I am saying what I have personally felt. I am saying what I have personally realized, because from last 70 years there were only two ruling parties in the Kashmir itself. The one is JKNC, Mr. Dr. Farooq Abdullah, who has dual standards. When it comes to Kashmir, he tries to become a Kashmiri guy. He reached Delhi, he says that I am Indian. So that is called the height of hypocrisy. You cannot be a hypocrite every single point of time. People have seen the inevitable change. People needs change. People have read their mindsets. They have, same like our Gilani Saab. he had fantasized and momentized the word Azadi. That will never come because we are living in India. What's the problem? What's wrong with this? Because these are the people who have made the minds of the Kashmiri youth. Go and tell them. I'm betting my life on it. Tell them where are your children. They'll never able to speak them because I know I am the basically you can say I am the victim, one of the victim of that. I'm proud to say that I was basically at one point of time a stone pelter because I was misguided by those people. The moment I came into my senses, no, this is my country, I have to live there, I have to survive there. This country has given me a lot till time. Now it's my time to return something to my country. Alhamdulillah, I am an Indian by my birth, and nobody can snatch that badge of honor. Nobody can snatch that level or that mark from my head that I'm an Indian. And whosoever has problem with me, they can walk their paths with pride. I don't have any problem. I'm okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for sir. It's very inspiring, like how you take criticism and how you're moving forward.
Thank you so much.
Now, from now on, Karthik will be taking the questions.
Sure, sure, sure.
Sure. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible. You can please
All
go on.
right,
Carry
great.
on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hello, everyone. I am Karthik. I am a youth ambassador for the Global Counterterrorism Council. I am very delighted to be having this interaction with Fazil Saab. I strongly feel it is very essential for us to understand a perspective which comes directly from JNK. And not just from a
Thank you so
person
much.
who has been brought up in JNK, but who's an integral part of the youth politics over there. So, Fazil Saab, I'd like to go ahead and ask a few questions to you and understand sort of
Sure,
what
sure.
a youth icon like you understands or can tell us about the valley itself. Fazil Saab, my first
Don't
question.
ask, don't ask. You can shoot questions on me. I am ready to answer because, as I said, I don't have any baggage on my back. You can shoot anything, whatever you want.
Right. So let's start. Right. This is more of a political spectrum here. Right. So, what sort of drastic changes have you seen in the JNK politics over the years, since suppose in your youth and now to like you're a youth, sort of a youth icon in politics? So, what sort of changes have you seen over there?
Yeah, let me tell you one thing. You have said a wonderful question to me. If we talk about development, if we talk about career oriented, if we talk about job, leave everything aside. The main thing that what Kashmiri youth was looking for from past, I can say 20 years, 30 years, that was not present there. That was basically that free space, that passage, which the youth of J&K, UT wants. I can say, as I said, I'm not supporting any of the government. I will support every single person who is doing a better work, not in J&K, UT as well, around the globe, around our country. BJP has given that pace to the youth of J&K to come forward into the politics as well. And as I know, I have put that question in front of the Union Territory Minister as well. If our government, our country has set it up a time limit, an age limit for retirement from a government job, why can't we have a retirement onto the politics as well? Because if we can say a person 58, his senses is not working properly. So how can you expect a person who is above 70, above 80, and he is into active politism, he is into active politics? How can you expect such great initiatives, such I can say drastic or demographical change in his mind? Because a person who is not able to walk onto his feet, how can he do something for the betterment of a country itself? So if you talk about you, I mean to say like definitely jobs are present out of there, but yeah, everything takes time. BJP government is in power. It may be that tomorrow will be Congress, tomorrow will be once again some other party. But yeah, all it matters that is development, and people can see the drastic change. But people are little upset when it comes to the internet of JNKUT itself because it's not there from last 9 months. I know, like as I said in the last time as well, like if our country is not capable enough to stop those goons outside from the Pakistan as well. So I must say that the youth of JNK gets stood firm against that because youth is basically frustrated. So you need to understand one thing: youth of duty JNK never want money. They never asked for the jobs. They need a free space. If my people living in Delhi, I'm right now in Bangalore. If my people living in Delhi, living in Bangalore, living in Chhattisgarh, living in I can say Mizoram, living in Nagpur itself. If youth people living out there, they're moving here and there freely. I mean, what's wrong with us? Our police, our government, they have changed their mindset. The politicians need to change their mind. Even some police officers need to change their mind. People, as being a Kashmiri, I'm feeling myself safe. Don't take me as an icon. Don't take me as a politician. Take me as a normal Kashmiri guy. I'm myself feeling unsecure if I'll go outside my home after it in Kashmir. But yeah, the moment BJP government came into power, I can say I can go outside my home. But yeah, there is only one more thing. Youth is basically feeling that they have been kept in the cage from last 20 years. Every then and there, they move here and there, they are asked, they are questioned. and treatment towards our youth that is absolutely shameless. Our government needs to change their attitude towards our youth if they want that the conditions, that the movement or that the progress which is happening, which is going to happen in Kashmir itself, our first contact, point of contact from our government should be the youth of J&K, not the corrupt leaders, not those corrupt separatists who have basically ruined the life, the career of Kashmiri youth itself.
Very valid points, Fadil Saab. I'd just like to address the elephant in the room. So, do you think the abrogation of Article 370 and Article 35A have actually brought prospects of peace, stability, and even development in the region? What are your thoughts about that? I would just not like to know your thoughts, but as to sort of what a holistic view of the youth of Jammu and Kashmir is, because I know you have been interacting with a lot of people. So, right.
Let me say you something out of here. Out of 100%, if we talk about a ratio, if I have to rate it out, 8% of the youth, they are only or solely either they are working as a salespersons, some of them are not educated, some of them are not belonging to a very good financial background family just like me, some of them trying to be a political captive itself, but somehow they try to come out of it. It might sound like awkward to some people, but I'm very upfront with my words. 370 and 35A, if we talk about it, it has been scrapped by National Conference back 30 years when they give the land lease to the Lalit Hotel on 30 years, and where it is clearly written into the clause of 370 and 35A, neither you can purchase land if you are not the permanent resident of J&K UT, neither you can have a land on lease or rent if you are not a permanent resident of UT. So what did BJP did? They just scrapped it out. They just told, and for the time being, we have been promised that the UT will be revoked itself for the time being. So if we have to see like that, NC was the first party in J&K itself who has basically ruined the pillars of Article 370 and 35A. On top of that, our youth needs time. They have been like, it was like a nightmare to the people. The center government revoked Article 370 without any prior notes. People have been vandalized in their homes. They have not they don't have permission to move outside their homes. So yeah, people are trying to understand why it happened so fast without the consent of the people. But yeah, people are understanding right now. And I was the first person who was happy when these so-called political corrupt leaders were put under the detention. I was so happy, even when it comes to Mehbooba Mufti, when it comes to Dr. Farooq Abdullah. Yeah, I know these are the people, they have ruined our life. So on that part, I must appreciate the step of center government. Yeah, you talk about holistic change. You talk about about the jobs, about the youth-oriented career programs. I must say that these are happening, and that will take place because right now we have the opportunity in the J&K back that 10,000 jobs will be provided. This is happening first time in the history itself. I mean, what's wrong with this? Back 70 years, that kind of recruitment has never taken place in the sector like J&K Bank. There were the branch managers, there were the cluster heads who were relatives of our ex-CM Mehbooba, who were relatives of our ex-CM Umar Abdullah ji. They have not even the certificates as well. They have the backdoor entries. If jobs are not there, I'm very much happy about one thing. At least corruption is going very slow. Backdoor entries are getting closed. Youth of J&K is very much happy about that.
फजल साहब, क्या आप यही कहेंगे फिर ये एक तरह की स्टेटमेंट ही थी बाय द गवर्नमेंट, क्योंकि जैसे आपने बोला कि लॉन्ग टाइम बैक द एग्जांपल दैट यू साइटेड अबाउट द ललित होटल, सो डू यू थिंक दिस वाज जस्ट अ सॉर्ट ऑफ स्टेटमेंट ऑफ सॉर्ट्स?
I cannot turn it over as a statement. I can say one thing. हमें एक बात समझनी चाहिए. Let me talk very clearly. Let me be very clear with my thoughts. हम बार as I said, चाहे वो बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट हो, चाहे वो कांग्रेस हो, चाहे वो कोई भी गवर्नमेंट हो, हम किसी भी गवर्नमेंट को जनाब क्रिटिसाइज नहीं कर सकते, किसी भी गवर्नमेंट को ब्लेम नहीं कर सकते. आप मुझे एक बात बताओ, जब 70 साल से इन आर रिजीम देयर वर ओनली टू पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज, नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस और पीडीपी. या तो हमारी कौम इतनी बेखबर है, उनको पता नहीं है कि जब 30 साल पहले ललित वाले को होटल लीज पे दिया गया, जमीन लीज पे दी गई 80 साल के लिए, एंड हमारे बड़े पॉलिटिशियंस ने वो पैसा खुद के जेब में रखा, अपने स्विस बैंक अकाउंट्स में रखा. उस टाइम पे हमारे कश्मीरियों को दिखाई नहीं दिया, बिकॉज दैट वाज बिहाइंड द कर्टन्स. वो खुल के नहीं हुआ. बीजेपी व्हाट आर सेंटर गवर्नमेंट डिड, इन लोगों ने खुलेआम किया. दैट इज द डिफरेंस. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. उन लोगों ने जनाब पर्दों के पीछे किया, सेंटर गवर्नमेंट डिड इट ओपनली. सो उस टाइम पे लोग परेशान थे. मैं अभी फिर से कह रहा हूँ, यूथ ऑफ J&K इज फ्रस्ट्रेटेड बिकॉज वो कहते हैं कि अगर वो जॉब्स के लिए अप्लाई भी करना चाहते हैं, अब तो माजी की बात छोड़े, कश्मीर की बात छोड़े, अगर हमारा यूथ आउटसाइड J&K भी जॉब्स के लिए अप्लाई करना चाहता है, our first point of contact is 4G internet as of now. Yeah, I know people are there onto the other side of Pakistan who are trying to radicalize our people. But I am very much sure that this is not the country, this is not 1989, this is not 1992 or 1994. This is 2020, and this 2020 belongs to India. I mean, our army, our government is, our defense is so much capable to tackle those radicalized groups who are trying to influence our borders. I mean, we need to understand one thing. Basically, हम हर किसी time पे, we cannot blame those radicalized groups. We need to have policies. Our policies needs to be implemented so that something good will happen. If we are doing the same thing again and again, I'm sorry to say that it is like जनाब हम वो कह रहे हैं कि हम एक परिंदे को कह रहे हैं कि तू उड़ता जा, तेरे पर काटेंगे. It is not possible कि एक परिंदा, bird can fly without its wings. So we need to understand. हमें youth के साथ in touch, and again, every then and there I'm saying one thing to my center government. Don't try to, अपने youth की, I'm talking about JNK, उनके साथ खाली you are trying to shake tips with them. Just hold their hands once. You need to trust them once. Let you see the holistic change itself. जब आप एक बार एक corrupt politicians को old wine in new bottles की shape में ला सकते हो, why can't you trust the youth of JNK जिसने अभी तक जनाब active politics में कभी हिस्सा लिया ही नहीं, जो कभी politics का हमारे constitution का हिस्सा बना ही नहीं. हमारी गवर्नमेंट हर किसी टाइम कहती है जनाब मिलिटेंसी है तो है, लीव फॉरगेट अबाउट दोज. यू टॉक अबाउट द पीपल, यू टॉक अबाउट द यूथ ऑफ जेएंडके. उनको तो एक बार आगे आने का मौका दो मेरे भाई, उनको तो आगे आने का मौका दो. द मोमेंट दे विल कम इन फ्रंट, लेट वी सी दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम व्हाट विल हैपन. जब हमारी गवर्नमेंट पिछले 70-80 साल से इन रेडिकलाइज्ड ग्रुप्स के साथ लड़ रही है, मिलिटेंट्स के साथ लड़ रही है, व्हाई कांट दे हैंडल द यूथ ऑफ जेएंडके? इट इज अ मैटर ऑफ 2 to 3 years. Give them a political space, give them a social space, tell them what you want to do for your future. We are with you at your every step. I can bet my life on it. Definitely there will be progress, there will be end to corruption, and there will be better future for the JNK youth itself.
जी फल साहब, आप बात कर रहे हैं कि हाउ सॉर्ट ऑफ अ पॉलिटिकल एस्पेक्ट टुवर्ड्स द यूथ इज वेरी एसेंशियल, राइट? तो आप क्या कहेंगे आपके खुद के एक्सपीरियंस में, जितना भी आई मीन जेएनके हैज नॉट बीन दैट स्टेबल, राइट? वी स्टिल कंसीडर दैट एज एन अनस्टेबल रीजन. तो जितने भी पॉलिटिकल मूवमेंट्स चले हैं या जितने भी सॉर्ट ऑफ रिवोल्यूशंस आए हैं, तो आपको क्या लगता है यूथ का पॉलिटिकल होना नेसेसरी है या नहीं है, जस्ट टू सॉर्ट ऑफ अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन देयर? जो आपने अभी
राइट. let me repeat the question to you. Do you think our country can reach to some extent when it comes to development, when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to a boost? I can say we are trying to compete with the US. We are trying to go beyond our limits. Do you think a country who has 80% majority of youth can develop, can do anything without the support of youth? आप मुझे पहले इस बात का जवाब दीजिए. नहीं कर सकते जनाब. जब तक हमारे साथ youth नहीं है, we are living in a fool's paradise. हम कहीं we are heading towards that desert where we are trying to have a dig and try to take water out of it. That is not possible. Youth not only in politics, youth should be involved in every single sector, be that corporate, be that government sector, be that when it comes to development, when it comes to publicity of schemes and utilize the schemes, when it comes to frame out the schemes, youth should be everything in there. हमारा मुस्तकबिल यूथ है, नौजवान हमारा तर्जुमान है. जब तक हमारा नौजवान नहीं होगा, we cannot do anything. We are sailing on that board where I am sorry to say that God forbid कि जहां हम अपने कौम को लेके अपने कंट्री को डुबाने वाले हैं. जाके देखो चाइना की हालत देखो. In this pandemic as well, they are like they have kept outside of this pandemic because their youth is visionary, their youth is missionary. उन्होंने youth को मौका दिया. They have the vision. They never underestimated people. यहाँ पे जनाब केस उल्टा है. Somehow our government should take initiative. पहले बोला जाता है कि these political regimes will be bursted or put behind the bars. Then what is happening around and there? इनमें से ही मुझे माफ कीजिएगा, आई एम नॉट पॉइंटिंग आउट एनीवन हियर, जिनके सर पे हवाला स्कैम है, जो ओपनली पाकिस्तान से रुपया लाके हमारे यूथ को भटका रहे हैं, उनको आप फिर से पावर में बिठाना चाहते हो, तो यूथ वहां का फ्रस्ट्रेट नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि वहां का यूथ हमारे ऊपर फूल बरसाए? आई एम ए पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविस्ट, मेरे ऊपर पत्थर चले, मेरे ऊपर पेट्रोल बम चले, नो आई एम नॉट, मतलब मुझे उस बात का कोई दुख नहीं है, बिकॉज हमारी यूथ ने वैसे एक अनसर्टेनिटी देखी है टुवर्ड्स फ्रॉम आवर गवर्नमेंट. जब आप मेरे को बताओ एक चोर को लाके एक पोजीशन पे बिठाओगे, एक उस इंसान को बिठाओगे जो बिहाइंड द कर्टन्स इज रनिंग रेडिकलाइज्ड ग्रुप्स, तो आप मेरे को खुदा रहा है कि बताओ वहां की यूथ फ्रस्ट्रेट नहीं होगी? हाउ कैन यू एक्सपेक्ट दैट यूथ विल बेसिकली गिव यू समथिंग गुड इन रिटर्न? दैट इज फॉर श्योर. आप यूथ के साथ खड़े नहीं हो, यूथ विल नॉट बी श्योर विद यू. सो गवर्नमेंट नीड्स टू टेक एन इनिशिएटिव स्पेशली टू द यूथ. एंड अभी की हालत में आफ्टर द रिवोकेशन ऑफ आर्टिकल 370, आई मस्ट से releasing political figures is not going to set up a new political platform. और वो कहते हैं कि वो politics का फिर से एक हवा बन जाएगा, नहीं बनेगा जनाब. Till the time, this is the time for the youth of J&K to come forward when it comes to politics. हाँ, कुछ ऐसे भी बंदे हैं हमारे politics में, past politics में, who are sincere towards their people, who are sincere towards their profession, जो लोग corruption में नहीं है. Government can take along with them. They can subsidize the policies. They can create the policies and let you take the youth along with you. क्या प्रॉब्लम है जनाब? आप क्यों डर रहे हो यूथ को आगे लाने से? If youth has the guts to speak against corruption, to say we are against militancy, we are with the country, so I must say people should be, our government should be happy with that. Government should take initiative. And हाँ, जैसे यहाँ पे 2014 में उमर अब्दुल्ला को अपनी पार्टी ने एक वो बॉलीवुड काइंड ऑफ पॉलिटिकल स्टार बनाया, एक यूथ को ऐसे एम्पावर करो, एक ग्रुप को एम्पावर करो, I can bet my life on it, there will be zero intolerance from the youth of J&K towards their government, towards their community. That is the best way our government can do.
Yes, so definitely valid points. कि it's always a two-way street. थोड़ा सा discussion को थोड़ा shift करते हैं. How would you describe the relationship of the J&K youth with the Indian Armed Forces? I mean, there are a lot of different stories. A lot of people have different experiences. Maybe you can highlight something that you have experienced, and you can just sort of give us an overview.
I'll tell you about the youth. People must say, as being a political activist, हमारे politicians को आदत हुई है, same like our महबूबा जी in 2016 स्टेटमेंट दे दी, ये टॉफी लाने गए थे, ये पत्थर फेंकने गए थे, शूट आउट किया. ये तो वही यूथ है ना जनाब. जब हमारे बारामूला पटन में हमारी आर्मी की, हमारे जवानों की ट्रक उलट जाती है, पलट जाती है, youth of J&K is coming in front and giving them waters. That is what they have, that I can say Kashmiriyat, they have that humanity inside them. But हमारी यूथ की वॉइस को पिछले 20 साल से 30 साल से सप्रेस किया जाता है, उनकी सुनी नहीं जाती. Out of frustration, out of nowhere, they are choosing the wrong path. Who is responsible? Leave Pakistan aside, do hell with Pakistan. The first thing is, we need to understand one thing first. Till the time, if you are not helping your family members to come out of a convict, to come out of a depression kind of moment, how can you expect people will not take advantage out of it? मेरे को एक बात बताइए जनाब, पार बैठे लोगों को पता है कि वहां की यूथ फ्रस्ट्रेट है, उनकी गवर्नमेंट उनका साथ नहीं दे रही है, तो मेरे को ये बताइए ना, वो तो इसी फिराक में रहते हैं कि उनकी यूथ, उनका गवर्नमेंट साथ कब न दे और हम उनका फायदा उठाए. ऐसा ही तो हो रहा है. Our youth has been, I can say, targetized. Our youth has been victimized. Our youth has been targeted. They have been misused from the both sides of the country. I can say, when it especially comes to Pakistan and the radicalized groups, even from the separatists of Kashmiris as well. So हमारी गवर्नमेंट को समझ लेना चाहिए, अगर वो फायदा उठा रहे हैं, we are lacking somewhere. We need to take an initiative so that these radicalized groups will not interfere into our personal matters. On top of that, if people, I can say one thing. अभी recently, before the abrogation of Article 370, different हमारे आर्मी ने बहुत सारे tournaments कराए, medical camps कराए, youth interaction कराई. You can see the growing numbers there. Youth was present there. Youth, I mean to say, youth interacted with the lieutenant colonels like the way they were talking to their family members. Because I must appreciate the step of those lieutenant colonels. उन लोगों ने उनको वो पैसेज दी. You are free to say whatever you want to say. You are free to talk whatever you want to talk. यूथ said कि नहीं, something is changing and we need to appreciate that step. So जब तक आप अपने एक यूथ के साथ एक टेम्परमेंट, एक लेवल मेंटेन करते हो, उनको एक वो महसूस कराते हो कि नहीं, we are not cops, we are your brothers, we are just like your fathers, we are there for you people. So definitely youth will confront. You try to speak against youth, you try to have hatred against youth, definitely the results will be same. It will be like an opposite to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. It is a Newton's law, so nobody can change it. Every action is an equal and opposite reaction. You need to be very smooth to the youth. Definitely, I hope so, inshallah. Time is not so far when our youth will be very much proactively with our constituency and within the Indian constituency itself. So we need to develop that gap. We need to develop that passage. We need to develop and build that trust towards our youth. That is the best and the foremost thing that our government and our administrators can do as of now.
Sir, what sort of initiatives की बात करिए आप? किस sort of initiatives? I mean, soft power का तो use obviously होना ही चाहिए. That is obviously my personal opinion. But what do you think? What sort of initiatives can come forward, just for confidence building measures or something like that?
The confidence building measure, there is the first initiative that our government can take. I have tried to इस point को मैं highlight कर रहा हूँ. I try to highlight this point. First up, I can say I have worked in Delhi for 5 years. I worked with different multinational brands. I worked with all the companies who are running in the country itself from outside. there is one major problem which the youth of JNK is facing from past 70 years, from past 30 years, even from past 5 years as well. We have a problem with our infrastructure. There is no corporate office at all. I mean, why youth of JNK eagerly and desperately need the government job? They have a security because they know government job के बगैर हमारे पास कोई इनिशिएटिव है नहीं, हमारे पास गवर्नमेंट जॉब मिलेगी नहीं. कोई बिजनेसमैन हु इज अ स्मॉल मीडियम बिजनेसमैन, स्मॉल स्केल बिजनेसमैन, वो वहां पे जाके जॉब करेगा. हमारा युथ का बच्चा 5,000 रुपए का सैलरी, 6,000 रुपए का सैलरी. आई मीन, हाउ कैन दे मैनेज? उनका फैमिली है, पर्सनल खर्चे है, हाउ कैन दे डेवलप? द फर्स्ट स्टेप शुड बी government should finalize the schemes. They should save people from outside countries within the country. We have Wipro, we have Airtel, we have American Express, we have Barclays, we have multinational companies, thousands of companies working in Bangalore, Delhi, Pune, Maharashtra itself. Government should put them onto the table, have the discussion with them. We will give you the space, we will give you the security to build up your constructions, to start the infrastructures, so that the youth of JNK will get at least a handsome salary. उनको जो एक frustration है, उनके पास कमाने का जरिया नहीं, उनके पास जनाब खाने का जरिया नहीं है. They are looking onto the pictures, they are looking onto the videos, how the youth of other states from our country are enjoying their life. जनाब कश्मीरी youth के पास ऐसा कोई medium नहीं, they can enjoy their life. Every day in India, they have to see the graveyards, they have to see the mourn killings, they have to see the large number of gatherings where people will shout anti-slogans like anti-Indian slogans. That is what Kashmiri youth has been doing. Because अगर जनाब वहाँ पे privatization होता, एक corporate sector होता, एक proper infrastructure or administrator होता, so government should take that initiative, take those all I can say big business tycoons onto the table. They have discussion with them. We have Ambanis, we have Birlas, we have Tatas, we have very different multinational companies of our country as well. You have a discussion with them to put them onto the table and tell them that we need to have an infrastructure built into the Kashmir itself, ताकि वहां की यूथ को एक वो सुकून मिल जाए. लीजिए हमारे पास जॉब है, हमारे पास कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, पैसा आ रहा है, हम अपना खर्चा चला रहे हैं, अपना घर चल रहा है, that too with a handsome salary. They need, Kashmiri youth never want money. They need a life, a respectable life, a life which is full of dignity and honor. ऐसा नहीं हो कि तुम बाहर जाओ, तुम्हें पकड़ के बोले कार्ड दिखाओ, कार्ड साथ नहीं हो तो भर दो जेल के पीछे. You put false FIRs against them and put them behind the Tihar jail. The same person, he is coming out of the jail, he is picking up the arms. I mean, what's wrong with us? What's wrong with our people? Police needs to change their attitude towards our youth. Alhamdulillah, there are very police officers in the, I mean to say, department itself, who are very much, I can say, taking stern actions for the youth. They are very much youthistic. वो चाहते हैं कि youth आगे आ जाए. I'm appreciating their steps. I'm appreciating their work as well. But government should finalize the policies with our big business tycoons of country itself to finalize the schemes, ताकि एक वो माहौल बन जाए, एक job का process start हो जाए. I'll tell you one thing, Janab. Hamari country is the large, I can say, we have the large number of population when we talk about globally. हमारी population करोड़ों में है. हमारी government एक बंदे को government job दे, ऐसा possible नहीं है. Not on this earth, not on this planet for sure. Not even against, अगर if India within 5 or 10 years, maybe 20 years down the line, if we will reach the line of US as well, still we will not be able to give jobs to everybody because we have a population. We have that population ratio. No other country can compete us when it comes to population. So government को एक करना चाहिए, एक initiative उठाना चाहिए. Try to do the privatization out there, ताकि government लोगों के पास job हो. Youth वो एक scumble, एक शक्ल से. Youth of Jammu and Kashmir is living in a ventilator. A living ventilator youth of Jammu and Kashmir is having in their minds from last 20 years. Our government needs to understand that. I mean, if our government can have every single thing for the political regime, for the social regime, why can't for our youth? That needs to be done on the first step. And second चीज that I'll add on here, we don't have any PVRs out of there. ठीक है जनाब, मानना प्रॉब्लम है, अनस्टेबल स्टेट है, इंस्टेबल यूटी है, थ्रेट प्रोन यूटी है. फाइनलाइज द स्कीम्स, हैव समथिंग. जनाब हम थोड़ी कह रहे हैं कि वी नीड बार्स, वी नीड वाइन शॉप्स. हम तो कह रहे हैं एटलीस्ट देयर शुड बी अ मोड ऑफ एंटरटेनमेंट, देयर शुड बी मोड ऑफ बेसिकली मोड ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स. हमारे अभी तक हमारी जेके से कोई प्लेयर इंटरनेशनल नहीं खेला. देयर आर फ्यू प्लेयर्स हु प्लेड, वेयर आर दे राइट नाउ? दे डोंट एग्जिस्ट एनीवेयर. एंड सबसे बड़ी बात, जो कश्मीरी यूथ को एक वो दहशतगर्द की नजर से, एक वो मिल्टन की नजर से देखा जाता है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम कश्मीर, जिस किसी भी स्टेट में जाए, नॉट एवरी स्टेट जनाब, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट फ्यू स्टेट्स एंड आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू पॉइंट आउट देयर नेम, यू माइट नो दैट वेरी वेल. Our people living in different states, they need to change their mindset. I mean, what's wrong with them? They need to accept that Kashmiris are our brothers, and their land is our land is their land. We are living in the same state, we are living in the same country. Why to have hatred against people? And whosoever is against that hatred, be that the radicalized groups apart from Pakistan or within the country, definitely they should be dealt very strongly as per law. That is my statement is.
So I'll just come to my last question. तो आपने से बात की कि थोड़ा परसेप्शन अलग है, तो आपको क्या लगता है कि कितना मीडिया का रोल है इस चीज में कि सॉर्ट ऑफ एक ही साइड दिखाया जाता है, या दे लीव आउट इंफॉर्मेशन और समथिंग लाइक दैट? व्हाट हैव यू थॉट अबाउट दैट? व्हाट आर योर व्यूज? दैट इज समथिंग आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड.
I'll tell you something. I'm sorry to say that. I'll not talk about Kashmir here. I'll talk about my country. There are few media groups, there are few news channels who are basically actively or proactively trying to make a war-like situation within the country. अभी recently Indo-China borders पे हुए, जाके देखिए हमारे न्यूज स्टूडियोज में, मतलब हमारी आर्मी को तो लड़ने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, हमारे डिफेंस को लड़ने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. दे आर क्रिएटिंग ए वॉर-लाइक सिचुएशन within the country कि नहीं, they are proactively provoking our jawans to have a shootout, have a fight within the borders, on the borders. So in Kashmir as well, if there is I can say a cordon going on, a massive search operation going on, or even operations break out, definitely they are pointing it out again and again and 4 महीने के बाद भी वही same picture दिखाएंगे. So youth के दिमाग में वो बात कहीं ना कहीं घुस जा रही है. So government should, I'm not saying I am against media. There are few media channels as well who are doing wonderful job. So government should finalize some policies out of there to restrict something there. Else our government is doing wonderful job, our media is doing wonderful job. But yeah, the media who is staying in Delhi, who is staying in Mumbai, who is staying in Nagpur itself, they need to understand one thing. खुदा के लिए ये war-like situation अपने AC rooms में बैठ के ना खड़ा करो. It is very easy for you to shout like dogs out of there, but it is very difficult for our people, for our Indian army soldiers who are sacrificing their time, sacrificing their life so that we can live peacefully. उनकी थोड़ी respect करो. Why are you trying to create panic? हमारे basically what is wrong with our media? I'll tell you one thing. हमारी मीडिया को लगता है कि हम अपने स्टूडियोज में चला रहे हैं, वी आर ट्राइंग टू शो द पीपल, शो द कंट्री, शो अदर कंट्रीज वी आर पावरफुल. लेकिन एक बार भी हमारे मीडिया पर्सन्स के दिमाग में ये बात आती है, हमारा एक रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट, एक रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन, हमारे एक जवान की जान वहां पे जाती है. सो दे नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट थिंग. Aren't our soldiers our brothers? If they are sacrificing their lives for our people, for us, is it not our responsibility? We'll make sure हमारे साइड से ऐसी कोई स्टेटमेंट ना जाए that can hurt the sentiments of our soldiers. Neither they cannot create any problem for our soldiers. So my request to our media fraternity as well is try to be neutral, show as much as people can digest, don't go beyond the limits, try to be in the limits. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Fadil Saab. It is so refreshing to actually hear a voice from J&K itself, unless बाहर से लोग तो speculate ही करते रहते हैं. So I would like to go ahead to Aditi now. Aditi, please.
Greetings, everyone, especially our chief guest, Mr. Fazil Khan. Sir, the discussion has been extremely insightful until now, and we are really.
Thank you so much.
And it is really helpful. It's been really helpful because obviously we're getting to know so much more from a voice from inside the Kashmir. So yes, so my question to you is, so my colleague, one of my fellow teammates, it comes from him, and he wants you to talk about the relationship between the youth of Kashmir and the youth of Jammu and Ladakh. So because there have been concerns that Kashmir has always overshadowed the other two regions in terms of political importance. So sir, आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या उस चीज ने negatively affect किया है the youth को?
Let me tell you one thing very straightforward and very upfront there. A very good question. I must appreciate that question. There are two things you need to understand. एक ही हाथ से ताली नहीं बजती. Second thing we need to understand. When it comes to our shadow, first thing, leave Kashmir aside. Jammu and Ladakh, that is a very good point. Unki voice ko suppress kiya gaya. Nobody is listening to them. But on top of that, if somehow, I can say politically, youth of Kashmir is not responsible whatsoever is happening or whatsoever happened to the youth of Jammu or Ladakh, उनको जाके पूछिए ना जी. Try to ask these questions to our political leaders who are corrupt themselves. They'll not answer you this thing because they have created a war-like situation. They have created a fear and a kind of, I can say, hatred among the youth of Jammu, among the youth of Ladakh, among the youth of Kashmir. They are tirelessly working on it to divide the youth of J, K, and L. These are three things, JRL, Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh. So they are trying to divide the youth of Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh on the names of religion, basis of caste, basis of creed, basis of color. Jabki sachai, the truth is, these three regimes have itself have been depressed by our corrupt so-called politicians. Na to youth of Jammu ki suni jati hai, na Kashmiri youth ki suni jati hai. A person like me, I'm not taking myself as a political leader or as a political activist. I am talking myself. I have every time told everybody that I'm a public servant. Even at times, not at times, I can say every time, when J&K was not UT, nobody has listened to us. As being a political activist, I fought elections as well. Nobody listened to me because there is basically a kind of, you can say, Gundaraj, a kind of, I can say, you are not you are not having a government, you are running a dictatorship over there. When it comes to the youth of J&K or maybe Ladakh as well, you are trying to dictate the youth of Jammu, you are trying to dictate the youth of Kashmir, you are trying to suppress and depress the voice of Ladakh itself. And I am very much myself feeling shameful on myself that I'm not able to do anything when it comes to Ladakh, because उन बेचारों को आज तक कभी मौका ही नहीं दिया गया come into the mainstream, come into the socio-political activist, because उनका वही problem रहता है. 7 months their road guards get stuck. On top of that, whenever they try to speak anything, उनके पास वैसा scope है नहीं वहाँ पे कि they can speak. These are the problems. So my thing is, till the time the youth of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh will not go in hand to kick these so-called corrupt politicians and administrators or bureaucrats of the system, लद्दाख की बात छोड़िए, जम्मू की बात छोड़िए, कश्मीरी यूथ की भी बात सुनने को कोई तैयार नहीं है. So we need to understand that hatred that has been spread among these three groups of youth, we need to kill that cancer within the society first. Till the time that cancer is not taken out from the society, these three groups of youth cannot interact with each other properly. उनको क्या बताया जाता है, ये बुद्ध है, ये मुस्लिम है, ये यहूदी है, ये ईसाई है, ये क्रिश्चियन है, ये हिंदू है, ये फलानी है, फलाना फलाना. They are trying to divide us on the name of religion itself, because they know if these three groups, I can say Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh, all of the youth will come straightforwardly together on a one panel, on a one platform. उनको पता है, no, they are not going to find their addresses as well, because they know youth is power. Youth is something that we believe in. Youth is something which can develop the country, which can change the demographical, which can have a holistic change in the country itself. So they very well know it. क्योंकि उनका भी time गया. Everybody has to die. 50 साल से हमारे country को लूटा. जब तक यूटी नहीं था, तुमने तो आज तक स्टेट एक्सचेंजर के पैसों का हिसाब नहीं दिया. तुम लोगों ने तो अपने खजाने भर के रखे. You have properties worth crores and crores, which is not even to the eye of government as of now. So अगर J&K youth or maybe the youth of Ladakh is trying to come in front, why are you trying to divide them on the name of religion, caste, color and breed? Why are you spreading that hatred among the people? So my request to my government is, central government is, there should be a proper check on that. There should be a, I can say, very smooth kind of system and very smooth kind of team which can have a look on it and put the culprits behind the bars, be that a politician, be that a social activist, be that a political activist, be that any soever who is trying to divide us.
Thank you, sir. My another question comes from a GCTC member called Himanshu Patel. Sir, his question is that, sir, J&K की जो internal politics है, sir, it has lacked a certain diversity with a particular community dominating the electoral setup. So, thus the state has been persecution of minorities like SC, ST, LGBTQ plus community, etc. So, the crux of the question is, does youth politics in J&K have a diversity to move ahead from this stance?
I'll tell you one thing. You said you talk about minorities, SCs and ST people. I'll tell you one thing. They never wanted to vote for National Conference in PDP. Trust me on this. It is not the problem of basically National Conference and PDP itself. It is a problem with the center government itself. Because they never got a chance to develop their community. I'm talking about Gujar Bakarwal community. They never got a chance to develop. Unko, hamare National Conference, our National Conference, the two regional parties, NC and PDP, whenever the electoral process started, whenever the time of, you can say, elections are onto the heads of those two political regimes, whatever they tried to spend money, that is for sure. I have the proofs with me. उनको पैसे देके उनसे वोट लिए जाते थे. वो बेचारे इतने मजबूर हैं, उनके पास 2 वक्त का खाने का नहीं होता था. They were good with it. Okay जी, हमें पैसे मिल गए, we'll do that. But हाँ, if you talk about the diversifical change about the politics of J&K itself, I am very much happy that these politicians have taught a lesson, they have been taught a lesson by the center government. Now, when it once again comes about the UT and comes about the youth of J&K, J&K youth is ready to serve the state itself, to serve the country. But there is a clause. They don't want old wine in new bottles. Till the time old wine in new bottles exists, the youth of J&K is not ready to move with the political process itself. Be that delimitization, be that elections, be that anything. You must well be about that in 2018 itself, when National Conference and PDP boycotted the ULB elections, and that took place after 15 years. So youth came in front. Youth like me came front, and we participated in the elections at a very huge numbers. So why can't we participate in the assembly elections? The problem is youth of J&K needs a space. They need a passage. On top of that, they want these corrupt politicians, old wine in new bottles. They want them to be booked. They don't want them to be allowed to move outside their residences. They have looted our state. They have looted the trust of the Jammu and Kashmir. I mean, that's very simple thing. I'll tell you one thing out of here. उन लोगों ने पैसे बनाए, उन लोगों ने अपने लिए, I can say, mansions बनाए, but they have created problems for us, for the youth of J&K who is ready to come in politics, because they have put the image, they have made that image onto the people कि अभी अगर मैं भी politically कोई बात करूं, if I have not that image in the society, मुझे भी लोग बताएंगे ये इंडिया का एजेंट है, मुझे भी लोग बताएंगे ये दूसरा चोर आ गया पैसे कमाने के लिए, because हमारे politicians ने वहां पे वैसा system create किया है. They are not meant to be for politics. They are there to earn the money. They have taken politics, a part of politics, as a process of business. So we need to change that. Till the time these are not put behind the bars once again, at least some stern actions are not against them, definitely nothing is going to work.
Okay, sir. Sir, what are the challenges, the perils and the dangers that come along with being an outspoken, like having an outspoken and a robust personality in Kashmir? You're obviously a very outspoken person, and you know what you're speaking of and what you're speaking. So, sir, what are the dangers जो इस चीज के साथ आते हैं, because the already existing powers in the society who have power, who hold power, ये थोड़ा सा ऐसे it, like, you know, it comes as a threat for them. So have you faced any dangers?
I'll tell you one thing. I have two principles in my life. The first is I have never taken no for an answer. Second thing, I'll give them the offer they can't refuse. As I said earlier as well, with the interaction with one of your colleagues, trust me. I mean to say, my family sometimes don't agree on this part. They are afraid, but I was never afraid of being killed. I'm getting every day in and out threats. I'm very much fine with that, because the thing is, living a life of covered is better to live a life of a person whom people can remember for a lifetime. Either you create history or you will be in history. These are two different things. या तो ऐसी हिस्ट्री बना, you will be remembered forever, या ऐसा कुछ करो कि लोग तुम्हारा नाम तक न जाने. I am not afraid of anybody. I am not afraid of militants. I am not afraid of any radicalized groups. I was a victimized once. I was a victim of those people once. Not anymore. I'm not. Why should I worry? I mean, am I speaking that I'm Pakistani? Have I ever told that I'm Pakistani? Of course not. Do hell with Pakistan. I'm an Indian. I'm a proud Indian. I will be dying as a proud Indian. किसी को अगर लगता है कि इसको मारने से the problem that has, as per these radicalized groups, let me highlight that point so that nobody will say me yesterday that you have talked like this. As per these radicalized groups, if they think that a person namely Khan Fazil, जिसको hardly कुछ लोग जानते हैं, he is very outspoken, he every time speaks against Pakistan, he every time speaks against armed people. If they think killing me can solve the issue of Kashmir, trust me, I will be the first person who will say them shoot onto my head, not onto my back. I'm very much okay with that. Who wants to live a life of slave? I'm not going to live a life of slave of anybody. I have lived my life like a king, without having anything into my mind, without having anything with me. I will die as a king because I am living in my country. I have every right, same as the people of outside Jammu and Kashmir is. So why should I be afraid? Definitely threats are there. When it comes to your family, you become a little weak. So you went to your family, you meet them. So your mother start crying, don't do this, don't do that. This is a threat. Definitely it happens. So it's once again up to the person how you can handle your parents. So of course I got threatened twice. I got attacked four times. So it's absolutely okay. This is the part and parcel. तुम तो वो करने गए हो. Trust me on this. I was the first person from 1994 till now in this kind of situation, warlike situation in J&K that has been created by our radicalized groups and the militant outfits that are working in Kashmir right now. I was the first person who filed a nomination form for ULB elections, and same day, my home was targeted with petrol bombs, with stone pelting. I was very much okay. I told my parents, you are living in that society. If you'll be killed there, be there, don't move anywhere. Because I know I am not a traitor. I have done something for the betterment of my society. I have done something for the betterment of my constitution and for my country. Why are you afraid to be killed? Live a life of princess. Live a life of prince once. मरना तो एक बार है जी, रोज रोज थोड़ी मरेंगे.
Lovely, sir. So my next question comes from another GCTC member of ours. If Kashmir is an integral part of India, as you say it is, do you consider Kashmiris Indians? If you do, it must trouble you to see a Kashmiri blinded by a pellet gun.
Let me tell you one thing. There are two things. He has asked the question, but let me repeat the answer in his way. Leave Kashmiris aside. Leave whether Kashmiris are Indian or not. That is the second thing. Let me come to the point. Protests are happening everywhere. Not in India, in US, in New Zealand, in England, in UK, everywhere. In Delhi itself. I mean, we have the Delhi riots before 5 or 6 months. You name out one person who has been targeted by pellet guns. That is the weapon that has been used on animals. I mean, our government. Okay, let me blame Congress government. To be very upfront, Congress government did this, NC did this, PDP did this. So if our BJP is telling this is Naya Kashmir, we are going to finalize the policies for Naya Kashmir. So BJP government, my central government, my prime minister should have an initiative to ban these pellet guns, because you cannot blind a person. If you are saying that we need to change the mindset of the Kashmiri people, first step is stop those pellet guns. Because एक इंसान को अगर आप pellet मार रहे हो उसकी आंखों पे, you are trying to blind that person, my personal suggestion is don't blind him or her. Shoot him, kill him. वो तो वैसे 1000 साल मरेगा, ऐसे एक बार में ही मार दो फिर. Our government should need to change their policy. It hurts me. I'll tell you why. Not as in Kashmiri. It hurts me as a human being. If I would see somebody walking right next to me blindly and people are taking their hands and telling them, where are you going? We'll leave you there. So, and the same person who will be talking to me next day, uski eyesight thi, sab kuch tha, abruptly all of a sudden like a nightmare, uski light chali gayi. So that is a kind of, I can say, very much heart-wrenching that I would personally take it, not as in Kashmiri, but as a human being. So that process should be stopped. There should be a proper way to understand the youth. There should be a policies. There should be a public outreach programs. There should be a confidence building major programs, so that our youth should come in a platform or in a power, I can say, कि नहीं जी, अभी हमारी government हमारे लिए कुछ कर रही है. Definitely this process will start. This process, I'll tell you one thing. If I'll tell you one thing personally, I don't know where are you from. Being you from Delhi, being you from Jammu, being you from Ladakh, being you from Pune, Nagpur. If I'll say you, from tomorrow, pellet guns are not the lethal weapons. These weapons are allowed to be shouted onto the protesters, whosoever will protest for any of the XYZ rights, be that rights legal or illegal. Would you accept that? God forbid, the person who is sitting right next to you, be that your friend, be that your mother, be that your sister, anyone, हमारे जवान उसको शूट करेंगे, उसकी आंखें चली जाएगी. Leave the nationality aside, leave the identity aside. As a human, will you feel good or you feel bad? You better answer me. I want no more comments.
Understood, sir. Obviously, anybody would feel bad, and your approach towards this question, seeing it from a humanitarian side, was really it's well appreciated. Sir, my another question to you is, if the protests in Kashmir are all Pakistan's doing, what has the government done in response to this? Why has it not taken the first step in expressing displeasure, summoning the Pakistani High Commissioner in Delhi and telling him off, which Pakistan lost no time in doing to his counterpart in Islamabad?
Let me tell you one thing. If the protest is happening in Kashmir itself are Pakistani-sponsored protesters, we need to change one thing. As I said, every single second person or every single second group who is protesting in Kashmir is not basically Pakistani-sponsored. I can say not 5%, 2% of the people, of the population living in Kashmir, they might want freedom, they don't want Pakistan, whatever they want, I don't know. But you talk about if these things are happening, what is the approach of government towards these regimes? Let me tell you one thing. Usko to abhi bata nahi sakte, he is into the grave right now. Then why did our ex left Mr. What is his name? I forget his name as well. I'm sorry, I forgot out his name. The ex-CM of J&K itself, Mufti Said Saab. The moment he took the charge of CM, why did he release Masrat Alam then and there? That gave a wave to once again it gave a wave to the radicalized groups. कि नहीं जी, PDP power में आ गया, PDP government चाहिए. That is the same thing ना. तुम तो लोगों को सड़क दिखा रहे हो, हम पाकिस्तानी हैं, और असेंबली में जाके हिंदुस्तान की बात करो, क्या कर रहे हो यार? Either you be on the one page. Why are you trying to have double standard faces? And yeah, one more thing I want to add on here. I guess enough is enough. We need to stop Pakistan. Trust me. In this way, we are basically giving publicity to the Pakistani group, Pakistani people, Pakistani administrative. Not at all. I am challenging you right now. मुझे एक जगह दिखाओ जहां पे आज तक पाकिस्तानी मीडिया ने हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर की पब्लिसिटी की है. Not at all. They are not interested because we are giving them hype. Leave them aside. Let we deal the people within the country. Let we deal people very strictly within the society. So जब हमारे अंदर का कैंसर खत्म हो जाएगा ना, then we can think about the limits. Then we can think जो हमारा बाहर का कैंसर बाहर से आ रहा है, just like this COVID-19 that came from China directly to India, तो हम उसको बचा सकते हैं. First thing is we need to dealt very strongly the cancer within the society who are basically trying to have these mishappenings, who are trying to proactively provoke our youth towards militancy, towards the wrong thing. जहां पे हमारी यूथ की जान जा रही है, they are not getting out of it. Nothing they are getting out of it. And trust me, pens can create histories, but guns can destroy histories and nations itself.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, my next question to you is, what is the opinion of Kashmiri Muslims about rehabilitation of Kashmiri Pandits in Valley?
I'll tell you one thing. I am laughing on it. Don't take it otherwise. I don't know about very people, but yeah, especially I'm hailing from the downtown area. I'm hailing from that area where 80% population belongs to the Kashmiri Pandits. We too have owned a house that belongs to a Kashmiri Pandit. Trust me on this. Every month, every year, in the month of 21st December, we have a very famous shrine out there. हमसे ज्यादा तो उस श्रेण को कश्मीरी पंडित मानते थे. They came every year to our house. Every year, 15 days they spent. And Kashmiri people, don't talk about these radicalized groups who are trying to spread the hatred and telling, no, don't come Kashmir, you will be killed. That is totally a bullshit. Kashmiri people are ready to accept their Kashmiri Pandit brothers and sisters by their hearts, by their cores, any point of time. Not like उनके लिए colonies बनाई जाएंगी, उनके घर हैं, if they want their houses back, we will be happy to give them their houses back. I'll be the first person who will tell my family to, चलो जी, इनको अपना घर वापस दो. Not at all. We are very much happy to come to see them back. Why? अनुपम खेर जैसे लोग बताएंगे कि नहीं इनको hatred है. I'm sorry. जनाब वो famous Bollywood actor है, उसको अपनी acting करने दो. Don't try to create or divide the society within his political or within his Bollywood acts. Yeah, Anupam Kher will be the first person उसको problem हो Kashmiris के साथ. लेकिन rest apart, Anupam Kher cannot describe. Anupam Kher is not a Kashmiri Pandit. Let me tell you something. He is not the leader of Kashmiri Pandits. Neither he is describing Kashmiri Pandits. Kashmiri Pandit is one जो अभी भी कश्मीर आ रहा है. Kashmiri Pandit is one इतने खराब हालात में भी जो कश्मीरी आ रहा है, जो कश्मीर आ रहा है अपने मोहल्ले में जहां पे रहता था, be that हब्बा कदल, रैनावारी, खालियार, जना कदल, जहां भी हो, they are living there with the people. अच्छे से आ रहे हैं, अच्छे से जा रहे हैं, खुशी खुशी जा रहे हैं. Even the third Pune area that is known as to the hub of militants, Tral, Pulwama, they are coming there. They don't have any problem. That was okay. Let me tell you one thing add on here. The people who are trying to speak or say hatred against the Kashmiri Pandits ki wahan mat jana, wahan pe militants maar denge. I am not in favor of militants. Let me tell you something. I am right now talking about the same way I talk about humanity when you talk about pellet guns. I am talking about right now once again about the Kashmiriyat. Kashmiriyat is when our government said Amarnath Yatra cannot continue because there is a problem, there is a threat of militants. But the militant outfits itself said, we don't have anything to do with the Amarnath Yatra, let them come. So we need to find these black sheep in our rows. Who are those black sheep which are trying to create a fuss, which are trying basically to create that rumor mongering and showing the people of our Kashmiri Pandit group that there is a fear, you will be killed, you will be shooted, there will be 89 lakh situation, there will be 90 lakh situation. जब रातों रात उनको घर से निकाला जाएगा, बाबा I am sorry, झूठ की भी हद होती है. You cannot play, you cannot beat around the bush with the words. Everything is a limit to do. Kashmiris are eagerly waiting. They are eagerly waiting to Kashmiri Pandits to get returned back to their homes. Be that from Kashmir, be that from, I mean to say, Pulwama, be that from Tal, be that from Sopore, they're eagerly waiting to hug them with their hearts and with their souls. So whosoever is trying, I would say, whosoever is telling Kashmiri Pandits not to go Kashmir because there's a mark my words on record, I can say probably those are internationals. I am saying it to you.
All right, sir. So my next question to you is, have you ever regretted not being born in any other state of India?
I have never regretted to born in either state of India, but yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I have every time I regret about one thing, still I'm regretting about it. What is wrong with our past political regime, and what is wrong with our administrators? I mean, why they are thinking that Kashmiris doesn't belong to India? Why they are thinking like we do? I mean, why can't they hug the Kashmiris with their hearts and souls? Why to have that hanky-panky handshakes every time? That is the only thing. I never regretted that I have not born in any other state. I'm feeling proud that I am the citizen of India itself, and that too I belong to Kashmir. But yeah, one thing is there that our government needs to understand one thing, and the people from other states needs to understand one thing. कश्मीर उनका है, कश्मीरी उनके हैं, और हम अदर स्टेट्स के लोग के हैं. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि वी आर पाकिस्तानी. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि वी आर नॉट इंडियंस. आउट ऑफ 100%, 5% लोग ऐसे भी हो. Black sheep are everywhere. You cannot deny. But the rest of the population, they never felt bad like about it. I have lived in Delhi for 5 years. Nobody told me anything. Yeah, there are some people, as I said, within the society who told me that Baghdadi came into the office. He is a terrorist. Whatsoever I was tagged. So, as I said, there are few people in the society which we can call the cancer. So that cancer has to be taken out of the society. Rest, I am not at all, I can say, feeling regret on that I have not taken place of birth on any other state. I am very much proud on that I have taken the place of birth, and my place of birth is Kashmir and India itself. I am feeling proud of it on it.
All right, sir. Sir, my next question to you is there any way the youth from other states and union territories can help the youth in Jammu and Kashmir?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you just repeat it once again?
Sure, sir. So my question is there any way the youth from other states and union territories can help the youth in Jammu and Kashmir?
Definitely there will. I mean, I said you, like, it is vice versa. Like, you try to show me your attitude, I'll show you my ego. You try to show me that I am boss, I'll show you that I am the professor. So it is vice versa. You be nice enough to them, they will be nice enough to them. Definitely. The youth of our country, I'm not talking about Kashmir, I'm talking about the youth of our country. They trust me on this. They doesn't have any problem with the youth of Kashmir. They're very helpful. I was in Delhi. The youth of Delhi was very helpful. I have lived in Chandigarh. The youth of Chandigarh is very helpful. I have lived in Bangalore as well. They're very helpful. I mean, everybody is helpful. It is basically a kind of mindset which people developed for the people of J&K. That needs to be changed. Till the time that has to be rectified, that I can say kind of that cowardness, the coward act which people are doing in our society. The moment those people have been dealt strictly within the law, definitely people of J&K or maybe from outside country, I mean to say outside state, they will definitely live and help each other. Why not? You cannot justify, you cannot help people on the name of religion, on the name of caste, on the name of creed. I believe the biggest religion in the world is humanity. Humanity comes first, humanity serves first. Then comes your religion and your caste. I cannot hear you. Your voice is not coming. I mean to say you have to unmute. I cannot hear you.
Oh, I'm really sorry about that, sir. Sir, I would like to, yeah. So I would like to ask Karthik to please take on the session further.
Sure.
Thank you. Fadil Saab, any last comments, please? I mean, it was a great, insightful session with you. Any last comments from your side?
I'll just tell you one thing. Don't treat every Kashmiri terrorist. Don't try to basically divide Kashmiris and Kashmiriyat on the name of religion, on the name of radicalized groups. Everything is a history towards behind the bars. Everything is a history behind the curtains. Just try to look at the history first and try to hug and love Kashmiri people by your soul. not with your body. That's the last thing I can say. You cannot love people with your physique. You can love them with, you cannot love people with their appearance. You have to love the people within the soul. And trust me, जिस दिन हमारी country के लोगों ने कश्मीरियों को अपने दिल से गले लगाया, that will be the moment of success and pride for me itself. Not more than that anything.
Falza, what do you think about this initiative, the GCTC Yuva Manthan? What are your thoughts on it? How was your experience and all? We would love to know that.
To be very honest, I'm feeling very much proud on the whole team of GCTC itself. I mean, you guys have taken an initiative where people can share their views and expressions. It is not like the way where our few anchor debaters are doing, like barking like a dogs and seldom barks their wisdom rights. Nothing like that. This is a very visible platform where I can stand. I am very much appreciating you people and the work. You're doing a very much tremendous job. I mean, these kind of things needs to be done in the society so that people can share their views. I mean, sometimes somebody says something out of frustration as well. If you have a space, okay, you're free to say anything. People will be calmed down for very sure. And I must recommend you one thing, don't stop this initiative. Just carry on with this initiative, and trust me, all of your GCTC team is doing a wonderful and tremendous job. I believe hats off to you guys. You are doing a tremendous job.
Thank you so much, Fazil Saab. Thank you a lot for coming in and talking to us. Thank you, Aditya and Arushi, and to the whole backend team of GCTC. I think we would like to call an end to the session. Thank you, everyone.